Hello friends. So I welcome you to the lecture series of confidence interval. Till now we have seen about the confidence interval for mean, and we have also seen what's the meaning of confidence interval for difference of mean. Okay. So in this lecture we would try to understand what's the meaning of confidence interval for population proportion. Here in this lecture you would understand the confidence interval for population proportion, and at the end of this lecture we will try to solve an example so that you can develop a problem solving skill for confidence interval of population proportion. Okay, so what is the meaning of confidence interval of population proportion? Okay, see, in various real life examples, for example, when we try to estimate the population proportion voting in favor of a party A, okay, or if we estimate the population proportion of people who is carrying a cell phone, okay, so in such type of cases we estimate the binomial parameter. Okay, so this generally follows the binomial distribution. Okay, so for these cases we are required to estimate the population proportion. Okay, so let us consider a case where this is the given population P and we have withdrawn a sample of size n. Okay, so if we want to estimate the population proportion of people who are going to vote in favor of party A, okay, let's say there are 10,000 population and we have withdrawn a sample of size n which has got 100 people, okay, and we do the survey of the people who are going to vote in favor of party A. So we have found out that let's say 62 people are in favor of party A and 38 people are not in favor of party A. Okay, so from here we can calculate that the sample proportion, that is P hat, is equal to 62 divided by 100. Okay, so what is P hat? P hat is the sample proportion. Okay, so basically we have collected the sample and we have also calculated the sample proportion from it, but we do not know what is the population proportion which is going to vote in favor of party A. We do not know how many percentage of people from the population is going to vote for party A. Okay, so what we do, we estimate range of P, that is population proportion, from P hat, sample proportion. Okay, so this range of P is called as confidence interval for population proportion. Okay, so now let us try to understand how do we calculate the confidence interval with the help of a example. Suppose I want to calculate what is the probability of getting head in a coin toss. Okay, so what I will do, first of all I have to collect the sample. Okay, so I have tossed the coin and I get head. Then in the next toss I get head 2. Then in the next toss I get a tail. So if I repeat this for n number of time, then our sample size would become n. Okay, so let's say if I get the outcome as head, I term it as success, and if I get the outcome as tail, then I term it as failure. Okay, so in n number of trial, the number of heads which I get is x and the number of tail which I get is n minus x, and I want to estimate this, okay, to be estimated. This is the population proportion of getting a head. Okay, so what is P? P is the population proportion of getting head in a coin toss. And what is P hat? As I have already explained, P hat is the sample proportion, which can be easily derived, that is the number of success divided by total number of event. Okay, so P hat is the x divided by n. Okay, so what we need to do, we have to calculate the range of P from P hat. Okay, So this I have already explained in the previous slide. So now I am repeating again. We have to calculate the range of population proportion, that is P, from P hat. Okay, and what is P? P is the probability of success, which in this case is the probability of getting head. We have already seen the Bernoulli distribution. We know that in Bernoulli distribution there are only two possible outcomes. We have also seen that mean in case of Bernoulli distribution is P and variance is P into 1 minus P, where P is the probability of success. Probability of success. Okay, so if we know this, then from central limit theorem, from central limit theorem, we can state that if n is large, then sampling distribution of sample mean follows a normal distribution with mean mu and variance sigma square divided by n. Okay, so just putting the value of mean is equal to P, and variance we get is P times 1 minus P over n. Okay, and a second form of writing this equation is in terms of x. One more thing I would like to add here, x is number of success in single Bernoulli trial. Okay, so x can take either the value of 1 or 0. Okay, so if x takes the value of 1, then we would call it as success, and if x takes the value of 0, then we would call it as failure in a single trial. So here the second form of writing this equation is this x. Okay, please do not get confused with this x with the x shown over here. This x is the summation of xi, which is number of success in n trials. Okay, here x is the number of success in a single Bernoulli trial. Okay, so this equation you can easily see that this x is distributed as binomial distribution with the parameters n comma p. Okay, so now once we know that our x, that is the number of success in n trials, is distributed as normal distribution with mean n mu and variance n sigma square, we can put the value of mu and sigma square from the previous slides and we get this equation. Okay, and this what we get is the pivotal quantity. Okay, so this you can see that this is the z statistic only. Okay, and what is p hat? P hat is the sample proportion. Okay, so once we get this z statistic, we can easily calculate the range of p, that is population proportion. Okay, so now let us try to solve an example for confidence interval of population proportion. An opinion poll of 100 voters found that 55 favored party A. Calculate an approximate 99% confidence interval for the proportion of voters who favor party A. Okay, so here let us write down the data given in the question. Sample size is 100 voters. X, that is the population of people in the sample favoring party A, is given as 55. Alpha, that is level of significance, is easily written from 1 minus C, where C is confidence interval 0.99, so we get the alpha of 0.01. Thus, Z statistic is written as x minus np divided by under root of n p hat 1 minus p hat is distributed as standard normal distribution. We have to calculate the 99% confidence interval. Okay, so we need such value of z such that area of the distribution curve under right hand tail is 0.05% and area of the distribution curve under left hand tail is also 0.05%. Okay, why this is the case? This is the case because we want this area to be 99%. Okay, so if we deduct the sum of these two area from the 100% we get 99%. Okay, so the confidence interval for the given example is 99%. So from the Z distribution table we can calculate that this point is 2.576 and by symmetry this point is said to be minus 2.576. Okay, so now what is P hat? P hat is x divided by n. This we have seen. This comes out to be 0.55. So now our equation becomes 55 minus 100 times P divided by root over 100 times 0.55 times 1 minus 0.55. And what is the range of it? It is greater than minus 2.576 and less than 2.576. Okay, so if I solve this equation, my range of P would come out to be greater than 0.42, less than 0.68. Okay, so this is the confidence interval for the proportion of voters who favor party A. Okay student, in the next class we would see what is the confidence interval for population variance. We would also try to solve an example of it. Okay, so till then keep enjoying and keep watching YG Data Science. Thank you.